IT geek and have been my entire life. So big IT, you think me. Provide IT services for small businesses. We have two different products. One targets the small businesses from 1 to 5, starts about $80 per employee and goes down from there. Gives you email, backups, online security, as well as access to our engineers and help desk. And then we have a support and maintenance program for the businesses that are a little bit larger, from your 5 employees up to about 200 employees. So if you're interested in IT services, I'm over here. Stop and talk to me or grab a business card. All right, Kim. So they did a good job talking up here about marketing for profit. But when it comes down to it, you got to get your name out there. So if we're going to get our name out there, first of all, I'm an IT person, so it's all about technology. Because does anybody in here run their business without a computer? I mean, seriously, does anybody not use a computer? All right. I had 2 calls this morning. One, a potential now customer called and said, I have a blue screen on my laptop. Okay, you're dead. Where'd you back it up to? Back up. Second customer calls. I can't open my files. We'll open a different one. We tried 15 files. None would open. His hard disk went bad. Well, when'd you back it up? Well, we didn't. Small businesses are walking around with their business on their laptop. So how do we fix that? That's working with backups and some education. And one of the things that is out there for free is things like Gmail. You have a lot of access to, like the iCloud for backing up. It's going to give you that security so that you're not putting your business at risk when you're walking around with it. We got our computer set up. Now how do we get our name out there? So talk a little bit about some of the social media options we have of getting our name out there.
Okay. Well, I'm sure most of you have heard the main social networks that you want to belong to as a business. Facebook, of course. LinkedIn is another one. It's really geared towards business people. And then Twitter, of course. And it depends on what kind of business you're in. LinkedIn is very good for business to business, and Facebook is good for business to customer type things. And the main focus that you want to do on both of those sites is you want to make sure that you have a good profile. It's very important to have a good profile and an explanation of your business. And then what you want to do is to connect with people. That's very important to do also. And they all have groups that you can belong to and join discussions. LinkedIn, Facebook, people are going to see your name more, and they're going to want to connect with you.
Okay, so let's talk about this. The people that are listening to me, how many are selling business to consumer? So you're selling a product you want a consumer to purchase. Raise your hand. Alrighty, that's a Facebook issue. So if it's on Facebook, you have profiles and you have pages in Facebook. Your profile is probably the one where grandma and your wife and your kids and everybody's got the fun pictures. Then you also have the opportunity to make a page. Now the page can be a company page and the page can be a business person. So I have a business person page. If you find me on Facebook right now, you will find Alicia, Holley, Jet Business Technologies. That's where you're going to find information about me. I don't let you on my personal page because I don't know everyone that well. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting is if you have a business like send out cards where you really want everyone on your friend list to be a part of it and you're okay with it, with friending on your personal profile. If that's the case, you want to think about what you post. Here's a key, and then you can take this one to the bank. For every time you post about your business on Facebook, you need to have 2 social posts along with it. Not at the same time, but during the day. So you're posting a picture, you're posting a cartoon, you're posting a status about, something. It doesn't matter, but you can't do all business if you're linking people to your profile. How would you feel about that?
Oh, I totally agree.
Okay. And then if you have a company page, make sure you go in and update it. So once again, you want to post on Facebook because it's social. 1 business, 2 fun or social posts at a time. Because you want it more fun than business, but you want to keep it business focused. On LinkedIn, who does business to business selling in here? I'm a business to business person. All right? If you do business to business selling, LinkedIn's where you need to be. You want those contacts. Use the introductions. Find out the people on there. How do you become an expert on LinkedIn? This is really fun, and if you don't know, answer a question. On LinkedIn, if you go on the upper right-hand side of it, it says ask a question or answer a question. Start answering questions in your industry, and your ratings go up, your reputation goes up, and your expertise goes up. So that gives you 2 cents, one for Facebook and one for LinkedIn. Is Alicia McGee, which is my maiden name, Alicia McGee Holley. So all my friends and stuff go on there. I have 0 business contacts on there. I completely separate those 2 out because I love Facebook. I love to put pictures of my pictures of my kids on there, all that good stuff. Absolutely, I 100% agree with separating that out.
I do have one thing to say about LinkedIn. When people do reach out to you and connect with you, just don't accept their request and call it a day. Reach out to them, send an email thanking them for reaching out to you and connecting with you. And look at their profile and see what they do. And see if you know somebody that you can refer them to, vice versa. Another thing I do, and I'm not trying to plug my business, but it does have an impact when I do this. When I connect with somebody and I can find their address, I actually send them a card that says it's nice to connect with you on LinkedIn. And on the inside it has my business card and what I do, basically. So it's an added touch, basically, when you're connecting with people so they remember you a little more.
Excellent.
You can do that on Facebook, too.
Cards are a big deal. It still adds that personal touch. It's missing from generations ago. I love the business, the send out cards like that. All right, so we talked about Facebook. We talked about LinkedIn. You got Twitter out there. What do you tweet? What are you tweeting? Are you tweeting?
I do tweet. I tweet fun stuff. I'm a golfer, and I will tweet some golf things occasionally, but then I also tweet my business and my Facebook page and my LinkedIn, if I put events on LinkedIn. So there's so many different things that you can tweet.
See how they share the link? You share the link, but you have to add a comment. Little short, 140 characters or less. You add a little comment, out it goes. You need to be tweeting probably 3 or 4 times a week if you're not doing it already. So you're doing Facebook, 3 statuses a day or something like that. If you haven't started at all, at least 2 to 3 days a week. You want to get up to 5 days a week. LinkedIn, I don't status a lot. I do try and do it 2 times a week, but it has to be very professional and business. LinkedIn is very professional. Always have something going out on LinkedIn, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, or Facebook, and it's midnight over there. They have LinkedIn, they have Facebook, they have Twitter, and there's all this stuff going out. Is you take a management tool, and Hootsuite's one of these management tools. Hootsuite's $6 a month. The first one that we've talked about what they cost. And you sit down on Sunday night while you're watching football, you put your feet up, and you program the whole week out, or 2 weeks out. So you know you're going on vacation, and you say, well, I want this article to go out on Facebook, and this message to go out on Twitter on Monday, Tuesday, and so forth, and you hit save, and it's done. And so while you go about and you work your business all week long, your social media is keeping up with itself. It does not excuse you from checking on comments from customers, but it does get all your out there. Yes, ma'am.